As we dig deeper into the different features of options, we are now going to discuss what leverage is. So what is leverage? Leverage is simply the way you can take a smaller amount of money, but have the opportunity for an outsized gain rather than owning the individual stock. With stock options, both calls and puts, the leverage is 100 to 1. So for every $1 that your option moves, it's actually going to be worth $100 in your account. What option traders tend to do is, if they own the underlying stock, they are able to use different strategies to hedge, generate monthly income as we have discussed, or potentially speculate. Now, leverage is one of the things that speculators are looking for. When you have the ability to spend a tenth of the amount of money that you would need in order to profit if you had to purchase the entire amount of stock, and that amount will always be 100. You will have to buy 100 shares of a stock in order to have the same potential as buying one contract, either a call or a put. So how can you leverage an uptick in prices through buying call options? Let's take a look at an example. Jack feels and learns that Amazon is expected to announce positive earnings. He has a couple of choices he can make. He can either buy Amazon stock with the capital that he has, or he can buy a call option for the same and use the same amount of capital. So let's look at the details of the option. The stock price is currently trading at $3,200. The option price is $30, but we need to multiply that by 100 because remember, a call option or a put option for every dollar is worth $100. The strike price that he purchases is the $3,250 strike. Amazon stock price increases to $3,400. Jack earns a profit of $3,400 minus the strike price minus the option premium, which equals $15,000 total gain. And then if you subtract out the premium, you have a total gain of $12,000. Now let's stop and think about this for a minute. If you were to spend $3,000 on one share of Amazon, because that's what we're assuming Jack has, is $3,000 or maybe $3,500, he can buy one share of Amazon. If the same scenario were to play out and Jack were to sell his stock at $3,400, then his gain would be $150. So leverage, and what speculators tend to do, is have the same opinion, but purchase a call option or a put option for a 100th of the price, and then are able to multiply the difference or the gains by 100. So as you can see, spending $3,000, that may seem like a lot of money. However, if you're able to spend $3,000 and then earn a $12,000 gain on that $3,000, there's a certain allure to that. What tends to happen is everyone at some point in time will have a scenario like this. However, they are not as easy to find, and if you do not have your emotions in check or your trading plan in place, although you may see a $12,000 net gain, if you do not exercise and sell the option at that point, you could lose that entire amount. That is the trade-off. You're getting the leverage so you have the ability to spend less money for a far greater rate of return, but what we're actually buying has no value unless the stock does what we need it to do. So how can you leverage a downfall in prices? As we have discussed in previous examples, calls and puts have the same features. One is designed to leverage an uptick in prices. The other is designed to leverage a price decline. Looking at this example, we can see that buying a put option will allow you to have the same rate of return, spend the same amount of money, and then have the leverage take you up to a $12,000 gain. Now, in order to do this as far as using capital and looking to purchase the amount of stock, you would need to take $3,200 per share of Amazon and multiply it by 100, which comes out to $320,000. Most people are unable to purchase that much stock, but they have feelings and they have research and they've done their homework and they feel that a stock in a company based on different economic events is going to make a move in a certain direction. Not having the amount of capital to really maximize that type of a position or that type of a move is really why options are used to speculate. Now, if you were able to afford 100 shares of Amazon, well, then you can do what would be called a covered call, or you could buy a protective put. So what most people tend to do is buy options because it is the easiest and the most inexpensive way to use leverage and to potentially have these outsized gains. The problem is if you do not understand why you are buying the option and what causes the option to be priced the way that it is, and if you don't understand how to interpret the different features, for example, the Greeks or implied volatility, you could put yourself in a position that is going to be an automatic loss, and you have no idea that that's going to happen because you are lacking the knowledge in regards to the mechanics of that specific option. Which, if you think about it, if you are not comfortable with how the option is priced or what the different features mean in regards to the movement of the option, now you're in a situation where not only do you need to be correct with where the stock goes, you need to be correct in how the option was priced and if you purchased it at the right time and if you gave yourself enough time to expiration for the event that you need to have happen to take place. So, as we have discussed, using leverage really allows an investor to bet, and I don't like to use the word bet, but in this situation when you are buying options, the word bet is probably something you could use. But if you're looking to trade, leverage is going to really be attractive if you are beginning or if you're an intermediate, and even more advanced option traders will usually buy options depending on how expensive the stock is. I want to thank you again. Please stick with me. Next up is basic option strategies. Take care.